Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful Mayada mini crop top. This design offers two different versions. The first version is a little bit more open and I call it hard opening. You can use this string to close in the corset style, and the second version I call it hold me up, just a little bit different at the bottom how to crochet it, but very similar and both beautiful. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make the first style in size XXS because that is the material I have in my phone to editing this video for you. And if you're interested to make in different sizes, you can get the written pattern. I put the link down below for you in description box, and I will give you a 50% off for 48 hours. And if you are new here, my name is Maya. Welcome to the tribe. You can click the little box to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any video that I post here. Alright, let's get started. So in this tutorial, we're going to use Creative Cotton Aran. And if you don't know what that means, Aran with yarn, I'm gonna put the link for you to also have a look and learn a little bit more about the yarn weight and what's the difference, why it's important to know what type of yarn you use for what project. And we're going to use just 3 skein and a little bit. I don't know when I film this, so I just prepare lots of yarn. And we will use the hook, 3.5mm hook, a yarn needle, and some stitch marker. And of course, you need a scissor. So first, you make a slip knot, and for size XXS, we start with chain 22. Actually, size XXS, XS, SM start the same. Just gonna be different later on, but today we're gonna concentrate on this XXS size. So when you got 22 chain, you will do 1 double crochet in the 6th chain from hook. So you count the chain number 6 from the hook, you put 1 double crochet, chain 1, and skip 1 and 1 double crochet into the next chain, and chain 1 again and skip 1 and 1 double crochet into the next chain. And now you're going to repeat this until the end of the first row. So we are finishing the first row now. We're gonna add the last double crochet after we skip 1, after we chain 1, and then we add 1 double crochet into that last one. Now we complete, and we're going to chain 4, and this chain 4 count as 1 double crochet, chain 1. Now we turn our work. When we turn our work, we're going to skip the double crochet and the 1 chain space, and then we add 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet in the next one, chain 1, and again we're going to add 1 double crochet on top of that one, just repeating until the end of the row. And here you at the end chain 1, and again skip 1, and just make sure that you can see you're gonna poke into that the 3rd chain of the turning chain, and you add 1 double crochet there. So now you complete 2nd row, and you're gonna repeat it for 5 rows. And here you got your 5 rows done. So you have something like this. And row 6, you just chain 3, count as 1 double crochet, and then you put 1 double crochet in that 1 chain space from previous row, and then 1 double crochet here on top of the double crochet from the previous row as well. And this is what you're going to do from now. 1 double crochet in chain space and 1 double crochet on top of the previous row until the end of the row. And here you are at the end of the row. Don't forget to put 1 last double crochet in the 3rd chain of turning chain. You must not miss any stitch. So now you complete row 6. You have something like this. For row 7, you're going to chain 4, Chain 4 again, we count as 1 double crochet and chain 1. So turn our work, we're going to skip the first 2 double crochet. See, we skip the first 2 double crochet from the previous row, and we're going to add 1 double crochet into the next one. Make sure that is aligning with row 5. You can have a look now. Must be aligning with the double crochet from row 5. And then you chain 1, skip 1, and you add 1 double crochet into the next one, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next one, and you're going to repeat this until the end of the row. Here you are at the end of the row. Do not forget, you must ending the row with 1 double crochet in third chain of turning chain. And now you complete row 7. And you're going to repeat row 6 and row 7 for the pattern. And for size XXS, you're going to doing this and you will finish at row 12. And here is your row 12. You will see that your row 12 will have something like this. This is your row 12. And for row 13, you're going to chain 3 to build up the yarn. And you're going to add 2 double crochet in 4th chain from hook. This is a increasing row now. 2 double crochet you see in 4th chain from hook, and then you just put 1 double crochet in each of the double crochet stitch from previous row across till the end, and this row you will end up having 20 double crochet stitch. This is the end of your row 13. This is a increasing row. And now you turn. Oh, you have one more to go. So you finish this row, and the thing is you're just going to repeat this, but in the end you're going to add 2 double crochet, not in the beginning, because now we're going to crochet backward. So now row 13 is done. You're going to make row 14. Row 14 is just chain 3 to build up the yarn, and then you will crochet back there, and at the end there is gonna be the increasing. So you're going back there, and the last stitch you will put 2 double crochet. From here you just put 1 double crochet in each stitch across until you arrive at the last stitch, and you will put 2 double crochet at the last stitch. So here is the last stitch. You're going to add 2 double crochet in this last stitch. Make sure that you don't miss anything, and at the end of this row, row 14, you will have 21 double crochet stitches. And you're going to repeat row 13 and row 14 by increasing 1 double crochet every row, and you will finish at row 17 in total of 24 double crochet stitches. And here at the row 17, we chain 3 and we turn our work. We already have 17 rows. From here, we're going to do regular rows. The regular rows meaning that there is no more increasing. It's just 1 double crochet in each of the double crochet from the previous row. I remove the stitch marker to the top, and from here I'm going to make another 6 rows in total of 23 rows at the end. And when you get 23 rows already, we're going to prepare to do a side body. And the side body is very simple. You're just going to chain 5. I'm going to walk you through step by step. And just keep in mind that this version is only version A. In written pattern, you have both versions to show you how to do differently. So let's continue. Chain 5, and you're going to make 1 double crochet where my finger pointing, whereas my finger is pointing right now, is between the rows. You're gonna put 1 double crochet in between the rows. That's 1 box create. Chain 2, and again you're going to put 1 double crochet in between the row. And this is what you're going to repeat along, chain 2 again. You're going to make in this XXS size total of 9 boxes in this part, this row. So you're going to repeat this until you get 9 boxes. And now that you got your 9 boxes done, in row 2 you're gonna chain 5 again, and it's very simple. From row 2 now you chain 5, you turn, and you're going to add 1 double crochet on top of double crochet from the previous row. And now you're going to repeat again, chain 2 and 1 double crochet on top of double crochet from the previous row. You just keep doing that until the end of the row, and you're going to repeat one more time in total of 3 rows of this boxes design. And here you have done 3 rows, and you're going to chain 1 and cut the yarn. You are complete the first panel. You're going to repeat everything the same to create the second panel. This is the front part. We call it front part. You're going to create the second panel exactly the same with the box design as well. And you're going to make another 2 panel but without the side body. So this is the front part with the side bodies with the boxes design, and you create another 2 without. As you can see now, this is the back panel without the side body. You're going to make 2 of that, but now when you have 1 already, you're just going to attach the back and the front. You see, 1 is the front that with the boxes design, and 1 at the back. We're going to attach these both together. There are so many ways to attach these 2 pieces together. I do the simple way. I like to attach any stitch so far with slip stitch. So you can use the slip stitch, or you can just cut the yarn as long as you think is enough. I think it's about 15 inches is more than enough. You can use the needle to sew both sides in, but for me it's easier if I just connect it with slip stitch, so I do that. And so here the look of the slip stitch. This is the inside, so you can see the stitch quite obvious, and you see the outside is more neat. You're going to repeat the same what you just did in the stitch that you choose to do, and you will have 2 pieces of the back panel and front panel connected together. And then you're going to do the same in the shoulder part. Just connect the shoulder part, simply just slip knot, slip stitch, or any stitch that you prefer. And that's it. You will have 2 pieces of that. I will show you soon what I have before we continue. Here what I have, 2 pieces of the front and the back panel connected together already. And now we're going to connect the bottom part. I do is very simple. I just tie the knot between the 2 pieces at the front and the knot behind as well. So I just do that. You see here, I just tie the knot because I'm going to do the roll around it, and it's going to secure that part. So now we're going to start the bottom part by turn the inside out. I like to work from the inside, so that's what I'm doing. And you're going to find the part to slip knot. I like to do at the corner, and from the corner I will just insert the hook. For the under breast row, we're gonna slip knot, then chain 2, and we're gonna add 1/2 double crochet in each of the stitch around. And when you're around the middle part where you tie the knot, you're gonna add 1/2 double crochet there, and then you're gonna continue with 1/2 double crochet across until you arrive to the side of the body. And as you see here in the side of the body, in the chain space, you put 2/2 double crochet in there and 1/2 double crochet in the between, and just repeat that. And keep repeat that until you arrive to the other side in the beginning row where you start with 2 chain, and then you're gonna slip stitch, and that you finish the first row. Do not cut the yarn because we're going to continue with the legs design afterward. Here we're going to start the legs part. I just swapped to another piece because I don't have the material of that one. However, we're going to do the same thing anyway for the legs part. The legs part is the multiple of 12 plus 7 in this design. So you're going to count how many stitches you have. In this top, in total, I do have 115, which I miss 5 stitches to be 120 stitches, meaning 12 times 12, the multiple of 12 10 times is 120, but I do have only 115, so I have to do something to make the five stitch more to have 120 to match with the pattern. So what I'm going to do is, in the first row here, look at the number. I show you the 115 half double crochet that I have, and the pattern should be 12 plus 7. So I need plus 5 to match with 120. So here what I'm going to do. Look at this image. I want you to look at the arrows that pointing up there where we normally have to skip 5. The pattern said we have to skip 5 in this design, right? We're going to skip only 4 for 5 times, which means I'm going to earn 5 stitch more, and in the next row I will be able to have 120 stitch instead of 115 stitch. And this can apply to any number that you are missing. If you don't understand what I mean, stop right now, go back and listen to it again. So here's how we're going to do in this row. Chain 7, because the pattern is 12 plus 7, and our aim is to have 120, but we have 115. Now we're going to try our best to earn another 5 stitch. So from the hook, we count to the number 13, but I'm going to do number 12, so I already earned 1 stitch. Just follow me in this part, you will see what I mean exactly. See, the 13 is there, but I'm going to do on the 12 instead, so I already earned 1 stitch. And there I'm going to add 1 double crochet. Now I count again to make sure, but you can just go ahead, you put 1 double crochet there, chain 4 and 1 double crochet in the same stitch. And you should write down, now you already have 1 stitch extra, and then you're going to chain 4, skip the next 5. The pattern is always skip 5, chain 4, skip 5, but we're going to skip sometime 4 for 5 times. But this one I'm going to skip 5 because I do not want to have the skipping part next to each other. I want to spread it out nicely. You skip 5 and then put 1 double crochet there, chain 4 again, and now you're gonna repeat the pattern, skip 5, and then the next one you're gonna add 1 double crochet, chain 4, 1 double crochet into the same stitch, and this is the pattern of this row. Just remember this pattern and keep repeating it. Now I'm going to show you how I'm gonna earn more stitch. So in this panel I already saved 1 stitch at the beginning, so I already have 1 from the beginning. I'm going to earn another stitch on the other side so that it's not so obvious the number that I'm skipping. So I'm gonna do around there, wherever, it's just how you feel. And then I'm going to do also in the back side the same 1 each of the panel, and I'm going to do on the side body 1, so that I will have in total of 5 at the end. So this is how we're going to do. You're just going to repeat the pattern like I show you and skip in total of 5 times. In the end, you will have 120 stitch in the end. You don't have to worry about the number so much, just knowing that skip 5 times, and then you will see that the next round, when it comes, it will lay up nicely. Just continue to do that, and we're gonna keep going on the next round. Again, I want to stop here quick just to say to you that it's best if you have the pattern also so that you can read and take your time, because sometimes looking in the video is okay, it's nice, you can see, you understand better, but when you see in the pattern it's more clear also, because the word that I speak spontaneously right now, but in the pattern it's written, so you can read and take the time to understand everything in the pattern. So yeah, just go ahead and get the pattern, especially now I give you 50% off for 48 hours. Just do it, then you have the pattern for all sizes and you can make for every size that you need to make. And now we're about to finish the first, actually the first row of the legs part, let's say. So we're gonna ending with slip stitch into the third chain of the beginning, and here is the total of this row, how it's turned out. Now we continue with row 2. The row 2 is chain 5. You will add a single crochet in the chain 4 loop, just the first of the chain 4 loop. Yeah, that one. You add 1 single crochet, and then into the next 4 loop, you see the next chain 4 space, you're going to add shell stitch. The shell stitch we're going to do in this case is 4 double crochet, chain 2, and 4 double crochet. You see that this shell stitch is inside this V shape that we create from previous row, and the shell stitch always be like this in this pattern: 4 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochet. Yeah, and again in the next chain 4 loops you're going to add a single crochet, and now you're going to chain 4, and the next chain 4 loop you add again a single crochet, and now you're going to repeat that across this row. So in this row we're going to finish with chain 2 and slip stitch, or yeah, slip stitch in the second chain from the beginning row. And we're gonna continue with third row. Third row you're gonna do chain 4. I normally actually have to put one double crochet in the same slip stitch, but in this video I forgot. I go directly to add a double crochet on top of the shell stitch, so you can do that. In the written pattern it's a little bit different, but it doesn't matter. So you add 1 double crochet on top of the shell stitch, and then chain 4, 1 double crochet in the next chain space, chain 4, and again 1 double crochet in the next chain space, chain 4, 1 double crochet on top of the shell stitch, and that is the pattern: chain 4, 1 double crochet in the next chain space, chain 4, in the same chain space, 1 double crochet again, and you're going to continue like so along across the piece. So here to finish this row you're going to chain 4, and you're going to slip stitch into the third chain from the beginning. Then you're gonna chain 1 and cut the yarn, and you are done with this legs design. Last row we're gonna stop here, but if you wanted to make it longer you can just continue by repeating row 1, 2, 3 again. So I just happy to stop here. So I cut the yarn, and you're going to apply the same thing to the armhole just to create the same leg style. So here is one of the armhole. We're gonna start here. I still working from the inside of my top. I slip knot there and I chain 2. Then I add 1/2 double crochet across, and you just have to make sure that this side of the top is not so easy like when you work with the bottom part of the top, because everything is lined up easily, and here you're more likely to half double crochet into the end of the row instead. So you just have to make sure that one side you have the same number of half double crochet with the other side, so that you don't have too many stitch in the front and less stitch in the back. So just see how many stitch you will have. I actually redo so many times to make sure that I have the right number. So as you see here, I add half double crochet at the end of the row like so. And also keep in mind that this will be the same of the multiple of 12 plus 7. How many you have at the end, you will do the same calculation. And if you need to save more stitch, then you will do the same when you do the first row of the legs design. This round of half double crochet is more like foundation. So you're just gonna add 1/2 double crochet across, and you see here when I come to the top of the shoulder, I do the way I think it will fit me good. So I add 1, 2 in the box there, and then I skip in the middle part, and then I add 2 into the next one. So this is just my way of making this foundation half double crochet. So you do what is feel right for you, and you see I add 1 also now into the between row, and then I add only 1 this time into the box, and then 1 in the between row. So meaning that I do the same both sides, and I will have the same number of half double crochet on both sides. At the end of this foundation row, I end up with 66 half double crochet, meaning that need to earn another 6 stitches to be able to have total of 72 stitches, because 72 stitches is the multiple of 12 6 times. So now you know how to calculate. You will do the same. Just count your half double crochet foundation and go back to see how we did with the body part, and that's it. You're just gonna repeat the same in the other side of the armhole as well. So here we have done both of the arm, and I have made already the chain of 150 chain. You can make longer if you want, but shouldn't be long than 120. And this chain is to make the closure and in the front, in the corset style. As I have mentioned before, that this tutorial is the A option, which is more open at the front. And if you want it to be more close, more snuggle in around your body, I suggest you to get a written pattern, which I offer 50% off at the moment. You can just get the direct link from the description box below. And yeah, if you like this video, just click the like button. You can save it your playlist. You can always come back anytime. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any video that I post here. I also have Instagram account. If you are using Instagram, just connect with me there so that you can see behind the scene working in progress. And also I take a lot of picture of my pieces that I'm wearing matching with my clothes. Maybe it can be inspired for you. And for now, I send you so much love. I see you next time. Bye bye.